Hi, Biffs.
Hey, Biff.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Dear Captain.
Red flag.
Cheers to you.
Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Loser
you.
power.
Love you like I
One
love
more
you.
wine.
Just gonna say that sometimes.
Drinking.
Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised.
Hi, Biffs.
Hello.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do after someone else already has.
I can't because right before you started, I noticed your armpit hair. There's like one part of it that like matted down and it looked like a little, the little baby hairs that girls do with like.
So you're telling me I took some LA looks to my armpit hair?
Like trying to think of something.
That's not how we start this
and I was
podcast.
just like, no, because that's not going to make sense to anyone but me.
What were you going to say?
I was trying to just think of something like in reference to like.
Oh.
And then I was like,
I'm going to have to actually take a look at it in the mirror to see what you're referencing.
Can you guys got like the, they like slick it and like curve it.
Sure. Well, I can assure you the only thing I did to my pits is deodorize.
Yeah. Anyways.
Great. That's what a start to this episode. That's just foreshadowing for how much of a shit show this is going to be.
These are usually the good ones.
It's true. And I even had a response.
What was it?
To our typical. Because I was going to tell you a story about how I almost killed a kid in your neighborhood today.
Oh, please do.
Yeah.
Is it one of the ones screaming outside?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm driving up and you take that left into your parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
And right as I'm driving up, I see a ball rolling down the hill to like that gate.
Yep.
And I'm like, where there's a ball, there's a child.
Yep.
And it's not just a child. I swear this kid's probably like maybe 2 years old.
Oh no.
Runs after the ball and I'm just sitting there. And then I see somebody like through the fence that looks like an adult type person. And I'm like, oh, you're doing great.
Right.
Only to realize it wasn't. It was a child.
Oh.
Standing there. And the adult person coming down, running, screaming at the top of her lungs. I told you not to cross the street. I told there's people. I'm like, I think he's 2.
Right.
Like, this is not effective. Also, why are you all the way at the top of the hill while they're looking for a ball?
Right.
Whatever. But I got out of the car and it was like, time out. Didn't I tell you not to cross the street? And it was something along the lines of the little girl that was out there who's probably like 5 or 6 that goes, I'm not sure I wasn't there. And that's the mouth I want all kids in the future to have. Ish.
I feel like we say that often. I don't know. I wasn't there.
I know, but a fucking 6-year-old.
Right.
Like, I told
That's
you
what
not
I
to
mean.
cross the street, right? Oh, no, I'm not sure I wasn't there.
Huh.
Like, oh, okay.
Right. As a parent,
Great.
what do you do?
Stop watching TV. But then, telling
Like,
the 2-year-old you're in timeout
all right, I
because you
got it.
crossed the street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I believe it was followed by pow pow.
Sounds about right.
So, how you doing, Biff?
Better than the mom outside.
Oh, shit.
Good. I'm doing good. I'm doing well.
Well,
Yeah.
that sounds nice.
I'm just kind of, I don't want to say there because it's like I'm doing good.
Mhm.
It's not like, oh my God, things are great. I love my life right now. But
Mhm.
it's also like, meh,
Things are
just good.
steady.
Just, yeah, I like that.
Steady. I like steady.
Yeah.
I like that for you.
Yeah.
Doing good.
Thanks.
Yeah.
How about you?
I wish I was steady.
Huh.
There are so many good things in my life, but it just takes one big little thing, I guess, to kind of offset it. So I'm at like this like precipice of change, but I'm like too afraid to take the leap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though you're like, no,
I
you
know
should
exactly
be.
what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's where I am in life.
That's so annoying.
Do I quit my job because they don't appreciate me anyway and go and chase my dream and risk losing everything?
Right.
Or do I stay there and be miserable
Right.
and risk losing everything? I don't know.
Yeah.
And yet the scales tip heavier on one side than the other.
Yeah, they usually do.
Yeah. So that's where I'm at.
That doesn't sound super fun.
No, it's not. It's really not. but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay.
Because it's like important shit that like,
Yeah. And then I'm getting put back on like antidepressants to help handle my anxiety, which is like taking over. Did you know that your body produces more stomach acid when you're experiencing high levels of stress?
I do not think I knew that, but it makes total sense to me.
Yeah. For me to have like literal indigestion
Oh
for the last 2 or 3 weeks all day long.
yeah, you have been
hmm
complaining about your stomach for a long time.
It's a thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. So I've been abstaining from alcohol, and this is why I'm here, so that I can have some.
Is that why you made little fruity drinks?
Yeah, little cocktails, straight out my cocktail.
You need to drink water then.
Well, I am going to reject that and tell you that we're having Aperol Spritz this week, which I'm pretty sure we haven't done on the podcast, right?
No, I feel like the last time you made this type of drink, it was a
That's
sangria
sangria.
with the ginger stuff. It was so good.
I'm going to have to go listen to that episode to know how to make it again.
Yes.
This one is made with Prosecco, Aperol, equal parts, and then topped off with some club soda.
What is Aperol? Like, what's the flavor?
Well,
It's a liqueur.
It's a liqueur of sorts. I was going to say, because I thought it was a liqueur made of some sort of apricot, because I like to pretend I know Latin. But it's not the case. It says, based on an infusion of selected herbs and roots.
Oh.
So it's like literally root beer. But it's like...
fruity, right?
It's fruity, yeah. And I thought there was going to be something to read here, but apparently not. It does tell you when you make the Aperol Spritz what color it should be. It should not be dark orange. It should not be yellow. It should be this nice medium orange in the middle, which we can't tell with a lack of sunlight in this room.
I was going to say, I'm trying to put it in front of her.
I'm going to say we're right there.
Sure.
So serve over ice, garnish with some orange slices, and stuff in your basil.
Mine looks like a whole lot of backwash in here.
I know
it's
it's from the orange.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel better. I was like, no, I did not sip it.
That's just chewed up Triscuits.
Ew, drink, please.
Yep, fucking delish.
It's a little sweeter than I'm used to.
Yeah, it is a little bit sweet.
I've had this a million times. It's never been this
Maybe
sweet.
it's because it's been sitting for a while.
I would think that would dilute it.
Yeah, but like bring out the sweetness because of the champagne being...
Well, it's a Prosecco, so it's usually... Yeah, maybe I made it wrong.
Maybe it's a wee bit darker.
Yeah. I mean, it's still good. It has wonderful flavor. I like them, actually. I've had them before.
I love it. It is a little bit sweet, but it's fucking delicious.
Just top it off with more champagne.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should have brought that over because we're going to need refills.
All right. So I escaped and put more champagne in this. So should we try again?
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers again.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah. I mean, still a little sweet, but it's still good.
Oh, mine's perfect now.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you've never had these. What do you rate it?
Oh, I fucking love it.
Yeah.
5.
5. It's a perfect, like, summer drink.
It really is.
Perfect by the fire summer drink.
Yes.
Like, obviously outside. This is New England.
No,
people don't know. We don't.
Yeah, this is like if I went to a bar, I could ask for this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just ask them for an Aperol Spritz and they'll know exactly what to do.
Aperol.
Yep.
Aperol.
Don't worry. When you text me, I'll know exactly what you mean.
That's so accurate.
What's that root beer?
The orange one? What's that orange drink?
I'm going to say something stupid. I'm going to be like Shirley Temple or Grenadine.
No, I know what a Shirley Temple
Grand Marnier.
Yeah, if you said that, I would have been like, oh, fuck.
Can I have a Grand Marnier on the rocks?
And then they're going to hand it to me and I'm like, that's not the right color.
That's not the right flavor. What is this?
Oh, why is it purple?
Let's get to the questions.
Tess.
We're going to read from themirror.co.uk's agony aunt, Coleen Nolan.
Funnily enough, you had mentioned to me in the kitchen when you were making our Aperol Spritz. Did you just miss the straw, or were you thinking
I made eye
about...
contact with you while I did that.
I was going to say, that was like...
No? Wait, you want to do it? I mean,
if you ever want to
if you
be sure that we never, ever cross the line.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I'm absolutely sure that your dick is bigger than this. I mean, if you had one.
If it makes you feel better.
You're right.
You don't
You're
have many options.
You're right. It makes me feel a lot better. Okay. All right. So, funnily enough,
Right.
this
You
conversation.
had mentioned when you were making our drinks something about the champagne.
Oh, yes. The last time, or one of the times that we did Coleen, we actually, the 90 plus seller Prosecco that is in this beverage was actually what we reviewed that day.
So
And we really
weird.
liked it. And it's still $9.99. You'll be happy to know. 40 episodes exactly later.
So weird.
Yes. And the Aperol is not $9.99.
Oh, how much is that one?
Almost 30.
What?
Yeah. It's good to have.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I guess if you're only using a splash of it,
Here and there.
technically, yeah.
It's like having grenadine. Eventually the cap gets sticky and you're like, is this still good? And then you still use it anyway. And you're like,
Right.
it's fine.
It's fine. You don't know the difference.
No. So
Did you rate yours? I know
Oh,
I said a 5.
I give it a 5 because I've had this before.
Because you're the one who made it
That too.
and paid $30.
I wish I
for-
didn't follow the recipe because I never do. And this one I did, and I'm like, I don't like the original.
Oh, I didn't know that you followed the recipe.
Yeah, it was equal parts. And usually I'm like, I eyeball it.
Right.
I don't actually measure it like I did this time.
Oh, so the drink's supposed to be a little bit sweeter.
Probably.
Good to know, because when I go to the bar and I ask for it, I'm going to be like, give me an extra splash of the champagne.
Yeah. Or the sparkling water,
No,
soda water,
just
or whatever.
the champagne. Nobody wants extra water.
It's true. We're humans. We're hydrated enough.
We're drinking for a reason. Let's be
To
real.
dehydrate.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
Well, let's go back to Coleen, shall we?
Yes.
This first one is called I'm Feeling Jealous of My Gorgeous Teenage Daughter. Am I a Terrible Mom?
Oh,
And it's from April of 2024. And it goes, Dear Coleen, I'm a married woman in my early 50s, and my problem is quite difficult to admit. My husband and I have one daughter who's 15, and I catch myself very envious of her. She's completely gorgeous inside and out and gets so much attention and positivity from everyone she meets. She's incredibly clever and has, well, pretty much everything going for her. It's fantastic. I'm so proud of her, and so is my husband, but secretly I feel jealous, and I know how bad that sounds. I haven't admitted this to anyone, not even really to myself until now. Am I a bad person or completely bonkers? She went to a school dance at Christmas and looked like a supermodel and so grown up in her sparkly dress. While I told her how fabulous she looked and wished her a great time, I cried in my car on the way home from dropping her off. I suppose the truth is she just reminds me of what I don't have anymore, that I'm very obviously middle-aged and my best years are behind me. Please shed some light on this predicament and tell me I'm not a terrible mom.
wow.
Mm.
We've never had a question like this.
No, usually our moms like their children, or they're mad because their daughter's running off with someone they didn't approve of, or they slept with their daughter's husband, or name
You're
it.
right. You're right. Everything but this specific.
Exactly. I'm so proud of today's moms. They clearly never saw a 50s sitcom in their whole life.
Okay. I don't know what to say. First of all, no. I don't think you're a bad mom. Especially because you're not like taking that jealousy out on your daughter, like being bitter or like rude or nasty or whatever. And also you kind of already answered yourself in saying that she reminds me of, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like I'm just fucking old now.
Sure.
But I don't know that I have advice on how to manage that feeling, or you know what I mean?
Well, break down the feeling.
Yeah. I don't know that jealous is sums up what's going on there.
Right.
It's more of like a mourning, or like she's complacent where she's at in life right now, or she just, something is like missing for her.
Yeah, I got the complacent.
Yeah.
And definitely the mourning. I think it's indicative of a bigger issue.
Yeah, for sure.
Being jealous of your daughter. What could be going on in your life that this is how it's manifesting?
Or what isn't going on in your life?
That was my first thought. I just didn't want to put that out there because it felt a little far, like it was reaching.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe not if we both had the same.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure.
I mean,
not,
and we're
because if
like,
it's like,
we're like educated and stuff.
no, wicked bad. Or wicked good.
So much, dude.
We're just wicked educated. I even have a 4.0.
Yeah. Yeah, not me.
Funnily enough.
I know, and you did statistics.
I mean, you can still be 50 and have a, like a fun, good life.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say good life because who's to say her life is bad because she's...
Does it sound like it's like reflecting on regrets, on life decisions that didn't come to fruition?
So full transparency, my immediate thought was like, she's bored in her marriage.
Right.
There's
Exactly.
like, just kind of Groundhog's Day.
Yeah.
Like her and her husband, they don't fight or anything, but it's not fun.
Day in and day out shit.
And he's off at work all day and
comes home, I cook dinner.
Yeah, and how was your day? Great. How was yours? And just over and over.
Fine.
And then she sees her 15-year-old daughter like living life and having fun and going out. And she's just like, well, friggin' A. That was definitely my throat.
No, it was mine. I felt it.
I felt it too.
We're in
we
sync.
Just do it together.
We did. Even our bodily functions are in sync.
Are we throat besties?
I don't know. I'm looking at this straw again.
Very long.
It's just missing a dimension.
Very long.
Yeah. Here we go. We go back to being throat besties.
No. So yeah, that was my like immediate response was like, her life is just Groundhog's Day.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody experiencing that?
Maybe find a way to spice things up or like find something you love doing again or...
Yeah. It doesn't sound to me like she knows the root of it.
Yeah, it didn't sound at all.
Like she's like, I'm jealous of my daughter. And she thinks that's it. So,
I didn't get that at all from the reading.
No, I
sounds
didn't
like
either.
you're
missing out on...
complacent.
Yeah. I think to break down the root of that, I think there's only one clear answer. And to me, that's like, go to a professional who's going to help you get to the root of that feeling.
Yeah, who says you have to stop living your life?
And,
plan a girls trip, go to Cabo.
Or not even just that, like find out why you're actually jealous. Like if it isn't that, like, you know what I mean? There's probably other possibilities that I'm not aware of.
Well, she did say, like, I suppose she just reminds me of...
Oh, yeah, you're right. What I used to be, what I don't have anymore.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to Mexico with your girlfriends. Flirt with the hot pool boys.
That's right.
Get wasted.
Make sure you bring tip money because they're only
Buy
flirting with you because you're going to tip
Aperol
them.
Spritzes.
That's right. And
bring your little bikini.
And your Hawaiian tropics.
I promise you're going to feel like your 15-year-old daughter again. And then take that feeling back home to your man.
Yep.
And remind him
that these boots were made for walking.
Yeah, it's much better than what I was going to say.
What were you going to say?
I'm not saying it. That's why I didn't say it. These boots were made for walking is not a legit... It's like, I don't mean that. Like, go to your husband and be like, I'm leaving. That's not what I...
Right,
my head
I didn't
was
really
like,
mean that.
I was going to say 15-year-old sex.
Oh.
Right. That's why I didn't say what I was going to say. Like, remind him of what it was like to bang you when you're 15.
Right. And we were there.
We don't...
Not with mom, but we were there individual in our own experiences at 15. And
yeah, I just meant like...
we can't even go back and say that was the best.
This is why I didn't say it. Oh.
Right.
Right.
If you're 50 and you're looking back and 15 was your best.
Mine was so terrible.
It was so bad.
So fucking bad.
It's never good.
So bad.
Like, you hear those high school sweethearts, and it's like, that's the only sex you know.
I know. You don't even know if it's good or bad.
You're like, this is fine.
I had 2 orgasms
That's 4 stars on Yelp.
in 7 years.
Right? Yelp does stars.
Sure.
Google reviews. Glassdoor.com.
What's that?
That's for employers.
Oh, so that's why I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
jump on what you're saying, but I'm gonna add therapy as an extra layer because I think it's important for you to know where it's coming from. And if you're just saying, I guess this is what it is, and and it took you a while to admit it to yourself, maybe you need to work through it a little bit more to really understand it. And maybe that's the case. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe you're just dissatisfied with your life decisions to this point and are kind of envious of the opportunities ahead of your daughter and not so much what you don't have anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think I could have.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like she's going to have the world open to her.
Right.
But like,
You
not.
decided to be a housewife.
Or, you're right.
Right.
Or like, not even just being like, hey, I paved the way for her to be able to do this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's part of kind of acknowledging raising children too. It's like, you're not
Right,
just
that's our
raising
goal.
them. Right. You're not just raising them. You're like positioning them for success.
Right.
I mean, unless you don't care. And then, well, that's why Jenny Jones was invented.
I was going to say, we watched those on TV.
We sure did. We sure did. You're fighting really hard not to bring up Maury, aren't you?
No.
Because I can't stop thinking about
Jerry
Maury.
Springer. The moms that are like, me and my daughter go to the strip club to dance every weekend. And the daughter comes out and she's like, that's right.
It's really funny that you say Jerry Springer because I was scrolling through Instagram this morning and there was a reel that showed an episode of Jerry Springer, like people in the audience asking questions.
Yeah.
Where there was this guy, I'm guessing, that cheated
You're
on
guessing
his
he
wife.
was a guy?
Right, no, well,
that too.
I don't know. Define guy. No, he was sitting on the stage, sitting next to 2 women, and one of them was,
Thicker than a snicker.
that's it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the other one was, like a tiny little
Slim Jim.
Yeah, even slimmer than that, maybe. And my guess is that he left Slim Jim for Snicker. I didn't even think about it. Okay, so he left Slim Jim for Snicker. Oh, and he was a hunter. This is very important for you to know.
Did he have flannel on?
No, but the guy raises his hand. He's like, excuse me, this is for that guy up there. I don't know where you thought you were going to go hunting for deer and come back with a buffalo. Right. Right. And I was on the toilet when I read that, so I just kept shitting.
Oh.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks.
Should we get to the response on this one?
Yes.
Okay. Coleen says, I feel your pain and totally get where you're coming from. I think it's a, quote, thing, and we should talk about it. I'm not sure it's even jealousy, and it's certainly not that you don't love her and want the best for her. It's you realizing your baby is blossoming into a woman. Meanwhile, you're in your 50s and probably struggling with menopause.
Jeez.
That's kind of valid, though. Worrying that your job's done, questioning your life, feeling old and invisible. I felt all those things in my early 50s. It's not easy. I remember my daughter, Sierra, getting ready for prom, and when she walked down the stairs, she took my breath away. But there was also this strange sadness that a fundamental stage in our relationship, her childhood, was over. But I'm 59 now, and I can honestly say I don't feel that. I can also promise that you get used to this next stage and then you embrace it and realize your life is far from done. As well as being able to enjoy more time for yourself, you can also enjoy life through your daughter. Sierra will be 23 in June. She's been traveling the world for 3 months, and I'm loving watching her do all these exciting things.
No, my kid's not allowed to
Travel.
or grow up and be 23.
That's right. These feelings you have now will change into something else. You'll love your daughter's friends and boyfriends coming over and reliving your youth through them. It's fun. You should be proud of how great your daughter is, but be proud of yourself too.
Oh.
You're not a terrible mom. Sierra messaged me this week saying she was, quote, craving a mom cuddle. Will always be their go-to.
Oh, was a beautiful response. I think we did well not being in our 50s and being able to understand, I guess. Not understand,
we're
but like,
moms.
yeah, your kid's older than mine, so.
I know. And honestly, I think back to him being small and manageable. Like when I could make him cut his hair.
Right.
Or I could pick him up. I miss that.
I'll cry. Let's go to the next question. That was
absolutely.
a beautiful response.
That was beautiful.
I loved it.
I
thought it was perfect.
I wish we had thought about the emotional,
I can't relate to like my kid
the menopause.
Don't need me, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known that.
I don't know if our kids' generations will ever not need us, to be honest with you.
A fucking amen. Although my daughter already thinks she don't.
Right. Until she falls on her face and realizes she does.
Mom, stay in bed. I'm going to make my own breakfast. You what? You're 4 years old. What are you making?
Flapjacks.
Peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, brilliant.
And then she came in and said, Mom, can you help me spread the chunky peanut butter? Because I can't do it.
Oh, that's so cute.
I know.
At least she didn't, you didn't wake up to her at the foot of your bed covered in peanut butter like that one time.
I mean, she still definitely was.
Great. It was yummy. Next question is from May 14th, 2024. My husband's foot phobia is going to ruin our holiday again.
First of all, again.
It was me. I'm the husband with foot phobia.
Now you can't go to the beach because everybody's barefoot.
Oh
Great.
My God.
We have to go back to fucking Alaska. Can't use the sauna.
Okay, well, I'll get to it.
Yeah, sure.
Dear Coleen, this may seem like a strange problem, so bear with me. I'm planning to go on holiday with my husband next month, and I'm already dreading it because the last trip we went on was simply awful. My husband doesn't like me getting my feet out on holiday.
Oh, so she can't go to the beach because she has to stay in sneakers. What are you confused about?
Where I am. I'm back.
Oh, okay. Welcome. You're on the Ill-Advised podcast with Ray and Stephanie.
Did I get through? Am I calling them? What do I win? I don't get it, but he's really not happy at all if I wear sandals or flip-flops. And even at the pool, I mustn't put my feet up to show the soles of my feet.
What?
I'm 45, and I think my feet look pretty enough. I'm on holiday, for God's sake, and I want to feel relaxed and walk around barefoot to go out at night wearing nice sandals. To be honest, having the freedom to wear less in a warm climate is one of my favorite things about being on holiday. That's why we go.
Right.
We don't go to Antarctica on vacation. Who wants to put on more?
If I have to pack a snow jacket, I'm not coming.
Right. I didn't book the trip.
Right.
You did, and you're an idiot. You know what I mean?
Have fun.
What can I say to my husband about this? I really don't want him moaning about it on holiday ever again, as it will drive me crazy and we'll have a bad time. Needless to say, he sticks to trainers and socks when we're abroad.
I'm so confused. Actually, I'm not confused. I just have so many questions.
There's not enough information here.
Are you not allowed to be barefoot at home? Is this like a common thing? Or is it strictly
on holiday
vacations? Mm-hmm. Like,
it's a weird.
And if it's a foot phobia, is he bitching about everybody else barefoot or just you?
There's something not right about this. Maybe he's just embarrassed of her feet.
But she said, like, my feet are pretty enough.
Yeah, well, one person's pretty is another person's.
Everybody knows when they have not cute feet.
Yeah?
Everyone.
Is that universal?
It is.
I don't know.
I can name 4 people right now that will tell you they do not have pretty feet.
Okay, well, I can name one person in particular in my personal history that I know has the most disgusting feet in the world, and she insisted on wearing flip-flops. I don't even know if she's still alive, but let's just say the toilet paper was not stuck to her shoe.
Insisting on wearing flip-flops is not the same as admitting or thinking I have beautiful feet when I don't. So it's like, it's fucking hot. I'm wearing flip-flops.
Right. I suppose you're right. Yikes. I'm going to take the image of those feet out of my... Oh, they were not... No.
Pterodactyl toes?
They were worse.
I'm not going to name
definitely
the person in my life that has terrible feet.
Ugh.
Except for my brothers. 3 out of the two of my 4 brothers are like, put your socks back on, honey.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my
Seth's are
god.
the worst. His looks like Schmeagol. If Schmeagol was a foot. Am I saying the name right? Schmeagol from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I definitely don't know
My
that.
Precious.
Oh, Precious.
Yes.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Seth's feet just look like him.
Oh, I'm gonna have to Google that later.
You've never saw Lord of the Rings?
Maybe
Or
about
My
5
Precious
minutes
guy?
of the beginning.
You've still seen My Precious.
No, I just know it.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
I thought just everyone just knew.
No.
Like I never saw Star Wars, but I still know.
Yeah, I watched 1 Star Wars, maybe 2, and I still don't know. It's it's like dark. There's night. There's stars everywhere.
Right.
And then people get into fights. I am your father.
Yeah,
that's all I know.
That's all I know for Star Wars. It's
Great.
Luke. And then the lipstick on the princess lady drives me nuts.
Oh, rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
Anyways, I would have you talked to your husband? Do you say like,
what's wrong with my feet?
First of all,
She made a specific reference to the soles of her feet.
Yeah. She would never dream of lifting her foot up in the air to show.
Which, if I'm translating this based on what I felt when I read that, there's a vulnerability there that he's not comfortable sharing. And I don't know how to explain that.
I wish you did know how to.
It's a strange thing. It's like, don't show the soles of your feet. Well, I think it's because it's the end of your body. You know what I mean? Like, I think maybe I'm reflecting on cultures where a married woman doesn't show her hair. It needs to be covered.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's what I'm thinking about. I don't know how else to kind of explain it other than to kind of relate it to that.
I know what you're saying.
Is there some sort of like, are her feet sacred? Is she really good
I feel like that's something should know.
Is she really good at using them? And he doesn't want anyone else to, don't fucking say it.
I'm saying
don't
it.
Fucking say
I'm
it.
saying it. So last night.
Oh my God. Don't even fucking go there. If you fucking just.
Last night when I was finishing my science homework.
Oh, you. Not yourself.
No. No. Even better, Khloe Kardashian. She was talking to Kris Jenner.
Oh my God.
About how Khloe Kardashian's like, I'm going to go on, not Pornhub. What's the other one?
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Sure.
For her feet. And Kris Jenner was like, why the fuck? Like, who's going to pay for that? And Khloe's like, I got super cute feet, like whatever. And Kris was just like, I don't understand. Like, why would you go on OnlyFans and like, what are you gonna do? Like, show your feet, whatever. And Khloe's like, fuck yeah. Like, I got super cute feet. Like, I'll make a killing. And Kris was just like, people are like into that. Like, and Khloe.
Wait, does Kris Jenner live under a rock?
She lives under Kim Kardashian's ass. So kind of.
Okay.
So she was just like, I don't understand. And Khloe's like, people
rock.
are like into it. And Kris is like, what would, you know what I mean? Like, what do you even? And Khloe, they were sitting on like maybe a couch next to each other. And just like Khloe doesn't say a word. She just looks at Kris and like slowly picks her feet up and puts them together.
I'm watching you right now.
To make that. Well, I have a dress on, so I can't quite.
I'll zoom in.
The infamous foot pussy. And starts like moving her feet up and down. And Kris is like watching, and she all of a sudden you can see in her face that it hits her. And she was like, oh, okay. And I was dying laughing, sitting here writing about ocean acidification because I was like, Khloe Kardashian.
Did you say
knows...
ocean acidification?
I did, yeah.
Did you just follow foot pussy with ocean acidification?
Yeah, I did.
Can you?
This is how we're going to stop global warming. One pretty foot at a time.
Right. Men won't be throwing out plastic because we're too busy with our foot pussies.
Exactly. No more pocket pussies.
Oh.
Right?
That's because plastic.
Right.
Right.
So save the
I'm
world.
going to drink my drink again.
And fuck a foot. But I'm just dying laughing. And I was like, I knew I was supposed to be a Kardashian. Even Khloe.
It's true.
Foot pussies.
It's true.
Nobody ever. Just me and Khloe. In the whole world. Hey, Khloe.
Yeah, Khloe.
Let's do it.
That's 2 episodes in a row that we've mentioned foot pussies.
Well, I can't help what the universe is Out of all
When
the
God gives you
Kardashian
feet.
episodes that came on TV, it was Khloe Kardashian.
I know, seriously.
I was
Seriously.
dying, and I was just like,
That's
this
a
is
premonition in
amazing.
our own right.
This is just amazing. This is perfect. Anyways, read the response.
Did we even give an answer ourselves? No.
We're speculating because there's just too much we don't know.
I know. Fuck you, I'm taking
Is
my
it a
feet out.
genuine?
That's what you say to your husband.
Is it a genuine phobia? Like, is it everyone around him?
Right.
Like, is it just specifically you? Is
Yeah,
it
It's too much to the imagination on
It's
this
like-
one. We need more information.
right?
Coleen says, "Don't worry, I've had stranger problems. However, I actually think this whole foot phobia thing is real. My daughter, for example, can't stand bare feet, even her own. If there are people walking around the house barefoot, she gets mad, telling them to get some socks or slippers on. Having said that, this is your husband's issue to deal with, not yours." Was that English?
No.
Having said that, this is your husband's issue to deal with, not yours. If he goes on holiday to a warm country, he's going to have to accept that very few people will be covering up their feet in shoes and boots. If he wants to wear socks and trainers the whole time, that's fine, but he can't expect you or everyone else to do the same. And you have to be clear that you're not going to change your behavior and you'd rather not go at all if he's going to make it a huge problem. I think you should also ask him what he thinks is at the root of his phobia, and maybe encourage him to try something like hypnotherapy, which can be very effective. If it's affecting your enjoyment of holidays and even your relationship, then it's got to be worth a go.
Okay.
Wow. Validating the man through the wife.
Hypnotherapy.
That'll be the day. Hypnotherapy. I heard a lot of people quit smoking that way.
By a lot, you mean?
There have been many people in my life who have quit smoking.
Is that like a mind over matter thing?
I think that's probably the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, a whole hypnotherapy thing.
Okay.
I mean, it just makes sense. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, I don't know anything
I
about
like talking out of my ass, so.
Don't we all?
Next one.
Yeah.
This one's for you, Biff.
This could go so many ways.
I know. I'd actually be interested to see how this actually works out.
No, I mean what this is going to be about.
Right. That's what I mean. Like, I'm interested to see how this would work out in our lives. Are you ready? My fiance's friend thinks she's the woman in his life. I worry she's trying to undermine me.
Honey, it's not undermining when she's the woman in his life.
I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Dear Coleen.
We do.
I knew you were going to fucking say it. I'm engaged to be married after being with my fiance for 3 years, and we moved in together last May. We're both 29 and felt ready to make these commitments to each other, and it's very exciting. However, I have a major issue with a female friend of his whom he knew before I was on the scene. I truly think she's trying to...
All the 3 years.
Of all the 3 years. I truly think she's trying to undermine our relationship and turn my fiance against me, but he won't hear a bad word against her.
Loyalty.
That's a good bestie right there.
Loyalty.
You keep a bitch around. He admitted to me that he used to fancy her years ago when they first met, but she wasn't interested in him in a romantic way, although they stayed close friends. This is the interesting bit. When he told her he'd started dating me, she was really off with him, almost angry, according to him. And then she told him a few days later she felt more for him than friendship and wanted to give things a go. My fiance let her down gently, and apparently things haven't been awkward between them since. However, I hate the way she calls him at all hours of the day and night and doesn't seem to care that I'm there. She also arranges things for the two of them to do where I'm not invited. It's like she's not even acknowledging me or the fact we're getting married. What do you think?
I have lots of thoughts, actually.
I don't know if you're the girlfriend or the best friend.
Right. This is so obvious.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't want him until he turned his attention elsewhere.
Now he's getting married.
Yeah, but he also doesn't want to lose
If I don't want him,
her
no one will.
attention. Oh, God. I remember my first beer. What do you tell a 29-year-old who is sure about life? Not much.
You will never have him.
He
made his choice.
This is more, yeah. He's set what's the hierarchy?
The bar.
What's the, like, I'm going to, like my mom's more important than you. So I'm going to worry about her immediately. And then if you're involved, You know what I mean?
Right.
The like
Precedent.
yeah. No.
No?
I think it's
Priority.
priorities.
Priorities.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thank you for letting me get there.
This is what we do.
Exactly. This is why we work so well, among other reasons.
That sounded dirty.
Well, no, we claimed that
This is why we work
work.
so well, among other reasons.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, as you're
Long
adjusting your
straw.
fucking skirt.
Right.
Right. Am I not insinuating enough?
I feel like my vagina may or may not have been out this whole time because
We've been dying for guest stars.
Hey. Hey there. OnlyFans coming soon.
Oh my God. Driver roll up the partition, please.
What's the question?
What do you think?
Oh, well, I answered it then.
She won't acknowledge her the fact that they're getting married. Or it's as if she won't acknowledge her.
Yeah, well, her husband's fiance is allowing that.
Yeah. And I think you're right. He's set the priority.
And Bestie knows
Mm-hmm.
that she calls the shots. And he's allowing her to.
Yeah, if he's not.
Especially if you're talking to him about how it bothers you and he shuts you down immediately. He chose her.
It's not
He's
about
already
the bestie
picked her
anymore.
over you.
It's not about the bestie anymore.
No.
That's it. It's about your relationship.
It's like
he's drawn the line in the sand.
Yeah.
And you think you can cross it.
Right. He's already chosen her over his girlfriend.
I don't like that. That was a hard reality for me right now, listening to you talk about it.
Oh,
Imagine being
I apologize.
Great.
Sorry to put you
this is why we don't work out, among other reasons.
Among other reasons.
I'm going to get to the response then. Because
Sure.
I think I'm with you. I didn't know what to think until you said that. And I'm like, oh, that kind of resonates.
Yeah.
Like, not personally, but
right.
It makes sense.
Right.
Colleen says, this friend sounds a bit controlling and possessive.
Right.
However, the jealousy might not be coming from a romantic attachment. It might be that she just hates that her friend has fallen in love with someone else. Okay.
No.
She's used to having him to herself and him being at her beck and call. Often it's a case of, I'm not sure I want him, but I don't want anyone else to have him either. However, make no mistake, this is her issue, and I don't like the fact that you're being made to feel unreasonable and difficult. She ought to be the one making an effort to get to know you better and be friends with you if she wants to continue being in your fiance's life. Also, he needs to start putting you first and sticking up for you, and you must make that very clear to him. Tell him that it feels like he's prioritizing her over you, and that's not acceptable moving forward. You're about to get married. You're not asking him to dump her as a mate, but there needs to be boundaries going forward that you're both okay with. If he's not willing to listen and respect how you feel, then you have to ask yourself whether he's mature enough to make this commitment to you. Don't be afraid to have this conversation and work it out before you walk down the aisle. Nicely done, Biff.
Thank you very much.
Nicely done. She put another spin on it, but literally the spin is like, well, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But nicely done. I don't know what
There was one part I didn't love when she was like, if she wants to continue to be in your fiance's life.
Oh, she needs to like acknowledge you?
Yeah, it's like, well, I think that's the issue. It's that she is very much a big part of her fiance's life and not acknowledging you.
Yeah. I think that's what she's kind of painting that picture. I don't think she's saying like, you got to get her to do that. But like, hey, you're feeling this way. She's kind of reacting this way. And for this to work, this is how it has to happen. I didn't read it as like part of the advice so much as like, here's the big picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
Good
hey,
point.
if this is going to work, then she's going to need to acknowledge you. However,
right.
He literally handed her the fucking power switch.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
Well, he's 29.
Coleen doesn't disappoint. I did like these answers a lot.
Yeah.
I'm going to put her up there in the top 5, I think, for me.
Yeah, for sure. I don't remember the advice from...
Me either, but we did her again. And then again.
That's very true.
And she's no Carrie Tennis.
I was just going to say, there was only one...
That's right. I'll never forget that.
We were like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Like, we can't even pretend to...
Right. So we did him twice so we can be mad at him.
just to make sure.
We're going to have to do him again when we're both super pissed. So we have someone to target our
Well, we
anger.
got a couple more weeks before we got to pull out the chocolate and the tampons.
I was just going to ask you when our tampons are due.
I'll send you my tracker
Thank you.
just so you can know what's going on in your life. You'll just be like, that explains everything. Sorry, babe. On my period this week.
Chocolate and the tampons.
Yeah, so in 11 days, we'll do Carrie.
Great. So that's 2 weeks, guys. Whoa. See, I told you you'll leave the TV like this. We just looked over and it's full tit everywhere.
And
what are we watching?
he definitely pulled out the chocolate and the tampon.
Well, he had to pull out the tampon.
Exactly.
If he was going to put it in there.
That was his tongue.
Well.
And it's a birth control commercial.
What?
That's perfect.
Did that say next? What the fuck's? Is that like another?
That's the arm one.
Is it?
Yeah.
They still do that?
That shit creeps me out.
That's so creepy
bad.
looking, like
I
having
bartended
chevrons
with
on
a
your...
girl, and you could feel it. She was like,
No.
it's right here, Val. And I was like, no.
In your arm of all places?
Yeah.
Why couldn't you put it inside your leg? Or right next to your tampon?
I don't know. I don't make this shit. Underneath it says one part that's like, it may be difficult or even impossible to get it back out again if it moves like out of where it's supposed to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just because you warned me, you're absolved? I'd still sue you.
If it moves. It was like
Good
panic.
luck.
Yeah. Panic. And
Hope it doesn't fucking travel to your leg. Create a bud clot.
Let's see if you can still get pregnant or not, because we don't know. Just let us know.
If upon childbirth you give birth to a stick and not a baby. Weird.
We don't know if it still works once it moves. So good luck.
It's like traveling birth control. It's like,
now I'm working, now I'm not.
Exactly. It's like, this is my choice. Is that
your
terrible?
body, my choice?
Literally. Like, what the fuck, Big Pharma?
Are you tracking something? Is this like a scientific fucking...
It's like a world experiment.
We want women to have babies again, so we're going to make birth control that only sometimes... We don't know.
Chance of failure is 90%. Side effects may include travel.
Also, you may never get that back out of your body again, by the way.
Call your doctor if it's missing.
Yeah. And
he may need to do exploratory surgery.
He'll tell you to use a condom.
Right. Or just tear your cervix in half.
Oh.
Never again.
Way to ruin the party, Biff.
I don't think I did. I think next did. The traveling birth control that doesn't work.
Eve did, okay? Because she ate the apple.
She ate the apple. So it's her fault then?
Yes.
She couldn't have eaten the seeds
She condemned
too.
women to be suffering through childbirthing.
And men to sit pretty. I have a problem with Jesus again.
Listen, she was the one who ate the apple first, right?
Bro, are you looking at me when you're asking that question? What do I look like?
I just feel like that's shit you'd know, even though like you're not religious or anything. You still just like always know stuff.
I thought he was tempted. No, maybe you're right. Maybe she was.
No, I think it was her who like caved in and then like made him do it. I tried it and nothing happened. So no. Also,
now,
it's like the best apple I ever ate.
And now, apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Unless you're having a child.
Are we still talking about birth control?
I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Well, that's all we have this week. From full tit to birth control.
Full tit. Oh.
Right. That's how it started.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We've been waiting for you. And your next surprise
kids
appearance.
Don't come out like with, issues or something.
I don't know.
Like, oh, you're in a next one, baby. It means you were already conceived and then the birth control kicked in for a day and then it stopped working again.
And that's why you're missing a leg.
Develop. Right.
That's why your leg is actually my next
So it's like you kept like... Also, I know a couple... Stop! You're gonna make me pee! Stop! Stop! I'm really gonna pee! Oh my God.
That
I
was
can't
great.
breathe.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this shit up because enough.
Yeah, I really gotta pee.
So proud of you. Well, join us next week when we get our shit together and bring you a podcast of now she's getting railed. It's the same girl with full tit and the really handsome man behind her.
Hey there.
Guys, we've got to go. We're watching porn. So until next time, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. Take it.
Check with your doctor to make sure it's still there.
But don't be jealous of your daughter when you find it in her. And thanks for listening.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Definitely been ill-advised.
I don't know her. Is that a low blow? Poor thing.
I just want to know if we can see his peen or not.
Ill Advised is hosted and produced by Stephanie and Ray.
AKA your Biffs.
Send us your questions, your comments, all of your concerns
And your drink recommendations.
to illadvisedthepodcast@gmail.com. You can catch up on all of our episodes and our show notes at illadvisedthepodcast.com.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at illadvisedthepodcast. And don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe.
On Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, or wherever you listen.
You've been ill-advised.